Hey guys, King Charms here. Today I'll be your judge, your jury, and your analyst. Today I bring to you a really pissed off Dragonite. This is Shadow Dragonite with Superpower. So, for those of you that remember, many moons ago, Niantic put a poll out. And Dragonite was actually on there with Superpower. I forgot which one won it. No, I'm serious, I forgot which one won it. But two Pokemon were supposed to win that poll. And eventually, here we go, like literally a year later or whatever, and here we have Superpower Dragonite. So Superpower Dragonite is absolutely nuts. It does a ton of damage, especially if you're using Shadow Dragonite, and you'll see just how nuts that damage is in one particular battle in the Shoutcast. But before we get started, this is going to be my therapist mental health tip of the day. As usual, you could skip this by just fast forwarding like 2 minutes or just going straight to the chapters. This is why I make chapters. Since we're using a very pissed off Dragonite, Barney, whichever one you call it, I figured for Shadow Dragonite. And we're using Superpower. This is Anger Management Kill. So this is from Psych Point. This website was actually given to me by one of my colleagues. They're like, here, try this. This actually has a ton of worksheets that you use. And free Psycho Ed is always good. And free worksheets is always really great. Because when you have clients and they like worksheets, guess what? Here's a worksheet. So let's find out. And yes. But this one's about anger management. So, Go Battle League makes us want to throw our phones halfway across the room, right? And or break a lot of things. I was pretty... Actually, when I streamed today, I was pretty angry. A little angry. Not angry enough to where I want to throw my phone, but definitely getting RPS'd in a little Jungle Cup remix can do that to you. But I was able to kind of put myself together, and within like 2 minutes, I'm good. But people who struggle with anger are also struggling with other feelings like stress, grief, and fear. In the moment, they do not realize how many other things are going on to causing you anger, which is leading to outbursts and even acts of rage, which GBL causes a lot for us. So this worksheet's really good, but also this is a really good breakdown about psychoeducation and gives 5 anger management skills that you could use to process their anger. Believe it or not, I've used a lot of anger management skills when I was trying to process my anger for Go Battle League. Now it really doesn't affect me nowadays as far as my daily life goes. I battle, I win or lose, I move on with my life. That's really what it is. Go Battle League isn't the premier circular, the zenith of my freaking world, yes. But speaking of the zenith, this is one of the new moves for Dragonite, and it's Superpower. So I hope y'all enjoyed Superpower Dragonite in this Shoutcast. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here are the battles. So Shadow Dragonite is actually really good with Superpower. It does a ton of damage. Regular one works as well. I just like Shadow just because of the Dragon Tail damage, and it's freaking, the damage is insane. As you see here, we get a switch into double, and my brain is like, wait, what? I'm like, double save switch? That works? So, they had a Jumpluff in there. I don't know why they switched out, assuming that's Bullet Seed and not Fairy Wind. That's probably why, but I'm still really confused because I don't know what Dubs... I know Dubs will got double kick, but I don't know what its charge moves are. So I was kind of scratching my head during this entire shot because I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what do you do? Use this double kick, so as you see here, I bank a move and I swap out. I'm expecting a body slam to go off, so I send in Swampert. I'm using the regular one, not the Shadow for this team. I just want some extra farm here. I know there's the Jumpluff, that's why I gave up Switch, but I have Sludge Wave. So that's why I don't care Earthquake. So that's with Sludge Wave, my opponent might not shield this, and it's a Fairy Wind at Jumpluff. So I don't know exactly why they swapped out, because with Fairy Wind, you have a very good, it's not a comfortable matchup, but at the same time, Fairy Wind does super effective damage, and that's a Shadow Dragonite. So yeah, I don't know why I did it. But since they let my Sludge Wave through, I'm going to let go of Swampert, and I'm going to wait the timer out a little bit. Then we're going to send in Walrein, and all Walrein is going to do is get farm. Because it's not using Bullet Seed, it's not taking super effective damage. I will shield this Energy Ball though, and I already know I can get some extra energy here, and I don't know what their back row is, and it happens to be a Marowak, and my brain is like, oh, this is actually kind of scary. That's a Fire Spin AWAC. Not only that, if this Earthquake doesn't land, I'm in a lot of trouble, and the 4-9-6-20 Earthquake goes through, and I'm like, let's go, baby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and farm that Jumpluff, and that's GG's. My opponent was banking on a bait, but at the same time, I could have done so much chip damage. Unfortunately, my opponent just made the wrong call there. And that's game. Jeez. Holy mother. And that was a Shadow AWAC too. Now we have Dragonite onto Altaria. So even if you do have the regular version, you lose this matchup. As you see, Dragon Breaths are just chunking, and Altaria is bulkier. Literally, bulky Altaria lives just because it has a bigger butt. That's really just it. If you lose the lead, you're going to safe switch into Swampert, and that's exactly what we're doing here with a little bit of chip damage. I want to chip away at its HP before I swap out. Now we have Hydro Cannon, we have Sludge Wave, but I anticipate my opponent isn't really going to swap, and we're going to straight Sludge Wave. With Sludge Wave, we can take out this Altaria, so I'm hoping this actually goes through. Sludge Wave goes off, and goes through. We're able to take out Altaria, and that's great. And we get in a Azumarill. So not only do I lose the lead, I also lose the switch. So I'm like, okay, this really sucks because Azu actually beats our entire team, and the only move that's super effective against it is actually the Sludge Wave. My opponent knows I have Sludge Wave, so I'm just going to go straight Sludge Wave here, and this is actually a little dangerous. Baiting might have been the play there, but that's okay. We have the shield. The good thing is, unless this is a player of Azu, the good thing is Walrein might be able to do some work here. My aim here, though, is to try to catch an Ice Beam. So I'm going to Sludge Wave here, and I'm going to try to catch an Ice Beam on my Walrein. I make the catch like a boss. Here we go. Ice, Ice Baby. If you remember that song, God, that song is so old. But yeah. And then we get a G-Fizz. This is actually great because we're going to be able to get to an Earthquake here. One Rock Slide will not kill. So you're going to drop a bunch of Rock Slide on us. Unfortunately, we're going to be able to get the Earthquake, and we're going to shake up this poor Pancake's world. And this doesn't kill, unfortunately. It's not Shadow, so because I have a normal Walrein, this isn't gonna kill, but it will do enough damage so we could possibly just farm it down, or we can go ahead and we're going to just blow all the energy of the G-Fizz, and then we still have Dragonite and we still have Swampert. So I can send in Swampert, Swampert can go ahead and farm it down. I'm just gonna send in Dragonite, and Dragonite should be able to fast move, Dragon Tail that thing down, and yes, I am going for the superpower. Overkill is welcome. I hate that dang money. I'm using Spice, mind you, and you're using an Azu G-Fizz in freaking Great League. Die. That's game. My gosh. It's like, whatchamacallit, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I mean? If y'all have ever played Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like when you, it's all meta. All meta. No such thing as anti-meta or anything. No fancy decks. Just Dark Magicians, Blue Eyes White Dragons, Polymerization, and that's game. Literally, that's it. We finally win the lead here. We got Dragonite onto Swampert, and then I see a Skarmory, so my brain is like, that's a Skarmory. So we're going to swap into Walrein. Now, I could have swapped into Swampert, but the thing is, Walrein with Icicle Spear, even though it got nerfed, it's not that bad. Icicle Spear does a lot of base damage. 5 extra energy does make it a little bit of liability, but Walrein is still incredibly powerful. So, yeah, it dropped off in a lot of stocks, but it's not that bad. As you see here, we call the Brave Bird bar our opponent, and all we're going to do is get a little bit of extra energy here before we fire another Icicle Spear. So this should take out this Skarmory if they don't shield, and our opponent shields, and my brain's like, why would you shield? You literally Brave Bird through shields, and now I just don't know. I'm going to shield the second one, though. This is probably going to be a second Brave Bird. All I'm going to do is farm down the Skarmory. And then we already know there's that Swampert. That's why I wanted to keep alignment, and I get a Swampert onto my Walrein. I mean, a Walrein on my Walrein. I never imagined that we're in Season 13 and freaking we get the Walrein mirror. I'm going to attempt to bait here, which is probably a mistake because my opponent is probably counting, and they're like, okay, this guy doesn't have an Earthquake, and they call the Earthquake. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to force this Walrein Earthquake, but the thing is, this Walrein is so low already, I can send in Swampert and Hydro Cannon to death. It's going to Earthquake me, but I still have a Swampert, and Swampert's going to be able to finish off this Walrein with Hydro Cannons. Yes, Walrein is pretty dang bulky. Unfortunately, though, we're going to make you incredibly wet, and we can, because it's literally in the red means dead. Red means dead. If you see snakes out in the desert, don't go to a red snake. It's going to kill you. Now, as you see here, we should be able to get to a Hydro Cannon just because we win CMP. And then that Swampert in the back has to contend with my Dragonite and my whole Swampert here. So, as you see here, I'm just tapping on my Dragonite. I'm going to fire Dragon Claw. And unless that Swampert has Sludge Wave, I should be able to just take this match. Dragon Claw goes off. It nearly puts and KOs this Swampert. And all my opponent does is top left because there's nothing they can absolutely do. And that's GG's. Walrein on Walrein action. That was like, what was that? That was literally ABA. That was Walrein, Swampert, and freaking Skarmory put together. Yeah, wait, that was a Swamp Skarmory with Walrein in the back. That's what that was. We get Dragonite and Trevenant, and this is actually terrible for you. The reason being is if you look at those Shadow Claws, they're chunking pretty hard. The good thing is we're able to get to this Dragon Claw, and we're going to force these shields from this Trevenant. The problem is I have to shield because Trevenant's Shadow Ball will wipe out my freaking Barney from the face of the planet. Unfortunately, I don't want that to happen. So they try to Hadouken me, and I should be able to just Dragon Tail down and Now we have a great matchup right here, and it's a wall raid. That's not a great matchup. I fire the superpower, and I'm hoping my opponent knows that this thing gets superpower. Superpower goes through, and oh my god, did you see that swapping? That was funny. I was laughing when I did this battle. I was like, oh my god, did you just eat a whole freaking superpower, bro? I'm surprised that wall raid lived. That did literally 99% of that wall raid's HP. I'm like, dang, bro. And they just top left. That was one of the most glorious superpowers I've ever done in my entire career as a GBL player and a content creator. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. That was not quite One Punch Man, but you know what? That was pretty freaking close. So we got our last battle. I won Weasel. You know, Harry Potter's cool now, but this is Pokemon. And we get Dragonite action. So if you get the mirror, here's the thing. Dragon Tail beats Dragon Breath, as you see here. Dragon Tail beats Dragon Breath just because of the damage. And our opponent's like, wow, really, dude? I'm like, yeah, you should use Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail being buffed was one of the best things to ever happen to Dragonite and every other user. And we got Nidoqueen, and we have Alignment, and we have Shield Advantage. I literally have full control of this matchup. I'm not going to send in Swampert just because of the fact that I don't know what they have in the back, and I'm probably banking that Swampert might be able to handle whatever's in the back anyways. And as soon as I send Swampert, they're probably going to top left because they already know it's game over. I hope y'all enjoyed the battle. Superpower Dragonite is freaking amazing. That freaking punch against the wall was nuts. Oh my god. It's a lot of fun. It's not the best thing in the world, but definitely out of all the new Pokemon with movesets, it's definitely a lot of fun to run. And I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. And that's game. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. My god, that superpower was freaking enormous. Like I said, it wasn't quite One Punch Man against that freaking Walrein, but dang, it took a ton of damage with a superpower. And I was guessing my opponent was like, man, this is no way this is a superpower. But sure enough, Dragonite was able to get to the superpower. So Dragonite with superpower is pretty nuts. I would say I like the Shadow version, the amount of damage you can dish out. But definitely with the regular version, you could probably try doing more safer double up superpowers just because the extra bulk you get non-Shadow might actually matter. But as you see, if you do have a Shadow, and if it does land, my god, it hurts a lot. So yes, I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. Also, use Dragon Tails on your Dragonites. Do not use Dragon Breath. There is no absolute reason to use Dragon Breath nowadays, especially with Dragon Tail being buffed, and especially with the new fast move mechanics, literally allowing most every freaking move through no matter what you do, which is why 3-2 moves are so freaking strong. Not saying Dragon Breath isn't good, but as you saw in battle number 5, if you get the mirror, 9 times out of 10, the person with Dragon Tail is probably going to kill you first just because of that damage debuff it got Dragon Tail a few seasons ago. But I hope you guys still enjoyed the battles. Again, there's a lot. I'm going to try to do a lot more Greatly content with the new movesets, but I'm also more focused on the newer cups because we have a lot of brand new cups nowadays, so I'm really looking forward to putting content out for that because these are a lot of fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video again. Do me a huge favor, please like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Those of you who do that, I really do appreciate you, and I try my best to respond to every single one of you. If I don't, it's probably because I skip over your comment on accident or I'm just busy, so really do appreciate y'all. Also, I stream on Twitch on Friday through Monday. Those of you I've seen go regularly. I've been really consistent about it nowadays, so like I really try to be consistent on Twitch as far as streaming goes. I want to work hard so that I make up for, yes, get a good solid stream schedule and then just keep up the work. But I really do appreciate y'all. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see y'all on the next video. I hope y'all having fun in Season 12. I mean 13, it's freaking, no, Season 12, right? Yeah, Season 12, not 13. Yes, Season 12. I hope y'all are having fun in Season 12.